He demanded an open marriage. He didn't know she owned his company. My mom was 39, but for 20 years, she was a prisoner of a different time. My dad knocked her up, they got married young, and she was taught to be a submissive Christian wife. My dad made a lot of money, but he was never a husband or a father. He was just a provider, always away on business. I, their 22-year-old daughter, was her only best friend. I pushed her to find hobbies, to make friends. She finally joined a gym, and for the first time, she had a social life. She also got incredibly athletic. Then, about a year ago, my dad, 41 years old and carrying a bit of a belly, got an idea from his new secretary. He asked my mom for an open marriage. He told her she wasn't providing him with everything he wanted. My mom was mortified. She was in tears. I suggested divorce, but she said she didn't believe in it. So I suggested a different plan. Her friend and I convinced her to agree, but with one critical condition: 100% transparency. My dad was blind. He had no idea what he'd just done. Dad hooked up with his secretary immediately. He had very little luck with anyone else. I, on the other hand, helped my mom, my 39-year-old athletic, now confident mom, create online dating profiles. The number of matches she got was insane. After chatting with a few, she started going on dates. The attention was a massive boost. She was a new woman. And thanks to their transparency rule, she told my dad about all of them. Suddenly, my dad started picking fights, making snide remarks about her man body or her clothes. He almost called her a whore, but stopped himself. The reality of the open marriage had finally sunk in. He tried to have a conversation about stopping it, but my mom just shot him down. A few days later, he served her with divorce papers. He had run to both sets of grandparents, implying that mom was the one cheating. They all stormed our house, berating my mom, calling her a slut. But I was ready. I kept screenshots of every single text. The open marriage proposal, the transparency rule. My mom showed them. The room went silent. Then the grandparents started fighting each other, blaming each other's kid for the whole mess. It was chaos. But the real twist, the real karma, came a few days later. The business. The entire company my dad had been running our whole lives, the source of all his money and power. Turns out my grandfather had set it up in my mom's name when they got married. My dad didn't own anything. He was technically her employee. The second his secretary, the one he started the cell for, found out he wasn't the owner, that he was about to be broke, she dumped him. My mom, with her new confidence and an amazing lawyer, didn't just divorce him, she fired him. She took control of her company, her finances, and her life. My dad is now 41, single, unemployed, and living in a cheap hotel, all because he got greedy. My mom, she's 39, in the best shape of her life, running a successful business, and her dating calendar is full. My dad thought he was opening a door for himself. He just opened the escape hatch for my mom.